Welcome to my channel.
Hey guys, it's 𝘊𝘊𝘯𝘬𝘯𝘬 and welcome to my channel. So today we have a guest here. Meet Kylie. So last August, me, my husband Miguel, and me Kylie, she's 3 years old. We went to Philippines after 3 years since I got here in the States. So it was me Kylie's very first time to meet my family in person. So we stayed there for 3 weeks and I actually did a playlist of my Philippines vlog trip.
I like Mama.
Yes, baby. Please check the description box and or the card over here if you haven't watched that playlist yet. Today's video, I'll be sharing with you 10 tips
10
plus a checklist when you're flying international with a toddler. Really, when you're flying to Philippines with a toddler. And even without a toddler, you can still use these tips or guide and checklist, especially when you're flying from the States to the Philippines for the first time. Let's get started with this video. Hey.
Not my hair and my face. Tip number 1
is to pack light. We stayed in the Philippines for 3 weeks. So when you're packing light, you have to determine kasi how long you'll be away and what the weather, and also if you will be able to do your laundry. So during our trip, we only had 3 suitcases and a box. I'll talk about that box in a little bit. So nung pumunta kami ng Philippines, we have connecting flights, and when we arrived to Manila, we have another domestic flight from Manila to Cagayan de Oro. Ginawa kong basis sa weight yung sa domestic flight namin from Manila to Cagayan, which is with Cebu Pack. I made sure that all the check-in baggage are 20 kilos lang.
No.
So, yung kay Kylie is hand carry. Kung mag-over kami nun, magbabayad kami sa Cebu Pacific. So, yung ginawa ko, since Cebu Pacific only have 20 kilos allowed baggage, so yun din yung ginawa kong parang guide kung hanggang saan lang pwede kami mag-ano ng weight namin sa luggages. My hubby, saktong 20 kilos lang, and then mine, hindi naman siya umabot ng 20 kilos, pero hindi din siya, pero lumagpas siya sa hand carry na weight. So, tapos yun nga kay Kylie, yung check-in niya is yung box, at tapos yung luggage na is hand carry. So, kasama namin sa cabin. Tip number 2. If you have pasalubong, or if you're planning to bring with you some pasalubong to your family in the Philippines, use a Home Depot medium-sized box. Kasi sturdy enough na siya, pero okay lang siya. Actually, yung size niya is approved for check-in baggage. So, as I mentioned earlier, that was me Kylie's check-in baggage apart from her hand carry na yung suitcase niya. So, just make sure na yung box, ang laman niya ay hindi din lalagpas sa allowed baggage niyo. Same lang din, parang nag-aano ka lang din ng balikbayan box. Tapos nagdala din kami ng Scotch packaging tape, just in case na bubuksan nila, at least we can still tape it again. So instead of buying another luggage, since yung luggage naman actually may weight na siya even before mo pa siyang lalagyan ng mga damit or gamit, to make sure na yung weight ay hindi lalagpas kahit pa hindi pa kami nakapunta ng airport, before pa siya i-check-in and everything, mini-weight namin siya. And this one right here, ito yung lagi namin dala from States to Philippines and then back to US na naman. Lagi namin siyang dala-dala to make sure na hindi kami lalagpas sa allowed check-in baggage. I got this one from Amazon. So if I can still find the link, I'll link this down below if you're interested. So tip number 3, put all your gadgets and accessories in one same bag. And the reason why I suggested or I recommend you to do this, kasi during the TSA, after you check in with your flight and your baggage, you will go through TSA. So yun yung parang dadaan ka ng x-ray, and they will also check your stuff na dadalhin nyo sa flight. So all your hand carry will need to go through the x-ray and security check. So during the security check kasi, bago siya dadaan ng x-ray, may mga buckets sila ng paglalagyan ng gamit. So all your hardwares, watches, earrings, belts, gadgets, accessories, and all that, and bag and even stroller will have to go through the security check or the x-ray. So yun nga. So during the x-ray, kaya hindi kasi siya dapat na magpatong-patong yung mga gamit, lalo na yung mga gadgets, they have to be in one individual buckets. Para pagkatapos ng x-ray, when you put your stuff back to your bag, isang bag lang yung paglalagyan. So less hassle. Tip number 4, use waterproof or resealable pouches or plastic envelope na paglalagyan ng boarding passes, tickets, passports, important documents. So I have here this one. Nabili ko to sa Walmart. Letter size document holder. Holy zip. Yes. So mura lang to, guys. Mura-mura lang to sa Walmart. I'm not trying to promote Walmart here, but this is just an example. Ito siya mismo. Ito mismo yung dinala namin during our trip. So if we're gonna check here, I still have here our documents. And later on, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I will share with you a checklist. So including din dun ang mga documents na dadalhin niyo during your trip. So yes, it is very important kasi it's good that it's waterproof and resealable para less hassle, and everything is just in one place. Tip number 5, bring with you a small first aid kit that includes thermometer, medicines like headache medicine for the baby, like if in case magkalagnat, magkasakit si baby doon sa Pilipinas or wherever you're at, and also Pepto-Bismol. Kasi nung nandun kami sa Pilipinas, nagkasakit kaming tatlo. Yes, our body was adjusting. Kahit dito sa US, every time that he's having an upset stomach, Pepto-Bismol is his go-to medicine. So yes, sobrang hassle nung nagkasakit siya doon sa Pilipinas kasi wala namang Pepto-Bismol doon sa Pilipinas. So what we gave him was, I think, 𝘬𝘠𝘭𝘠𝘠, and I just can't remember yung another medicine na binigay sa kanya. And those are just under-the-counter medicines for upset stomach or diarrhea or indigestion. So yeah, and also Kylie got sick. So at first, we were so scared na hala namin nagka-dengue siya kasi sobrang it was epidemic in Philippines that time, yung dengue. But luckily and we're blessedly hindi dengue, hindi siya na positive sa dengue. But after, if you watch that vlog, I'm not sure which episode was it, pero nung andun kami sa Surigao, pagkadating, actually, when we're going to Surigao, habang nasa road trip pa kami papuntang Surigao, nilalagnat na si Kylie. And when we arrived to Butuan City, pumili kami ng medicine, so medyo parang bumaba yung lagnat niya. But when we arrived to Surigao City, like around midnight, yun na nga, we rushed her to the hospital kasi sobrang taas na ng lagnat niya. And unfortunately, we don't have thermometer. But we feel this is not good. This is, I think we should really take her to the hospital. Kasi si Kylie, hindi siya masakitin. We never had problems with her ever since we took her out from the hospital when she was born. So, yun nga, as I've mentioned in that vlog, hindi siya masakitin. So, her being so sick and sobrang init na talaga niya, hindi yun, never namin yun na-experience dito sa kay 𝘊𝘊𝘯. So, yun nga, we decided to take her to the hospital and to be safe and to make sure na na-check siya na hindi dengue. So, yun nga. But, when we went back to Cagayan de Oro after our Surigao trip, yung lagnat niya pabalik-balik. So, we took her again for another checkup, and during the checkup, we found out actually na, bacteria. So, we're not sure if it was from the water or baka dahil din dun sa kasi di ba pumunta kami ng Alibwag sa Ingog City. Nung pumunta kami sa hometown ko, Alibwag is actually a cold spring and sobrang lamig dun, guys. Sobrang lamig dun sa cold spring kasi. And to the point na nung habang naliligo kami, napansin ko na parang namumutla na talaga siya. Yung parang nagda-dark na talaga yung lips niya. Sabi ko pa, i-ahon mo na si Kylie kasi nga, I think, hindi kaya ng katawan niya yung sobrang lamig ng cold spring. And even us, hindi kami nagtagal mag-swimming doon kasi nga sobrang lamig. And I think, baka nakainom siya ng tubig doon sa cold spring. And also yung katawan niya na sobrang lamig doon. Yun yung one of the things na pinagsususpetsan ko kung bakit nagkasakit si Kylie when we were there. Really, really important that you would bring a first aid kit with you because you just don't know when things like that happen. So tip number 6, and this is my tip especially when you're traveling with a toddler like us, to gate check stroller and car seat. So, if you want to use car seat during your flight, you can do so, especially dun sa mga newborn. I mean, not newborn, but 1 year below. I think you can use car seat, but depende na din yun sa inyo. But with us, since Mikhail is already 3 years old, we don't have to use car seat in the plane. So, car seat was hindi siya gate check. We actually checked it in with the rest of our baggage, and it's actually free. You can just gate check the stroller before boarding. When we arrive to the destination, we pick up our stroller at the gate. A stroller gate check, it's free. And if you have a newborn or infant, I think hindi lahat ng newborn is allowed to fly yet. But if you have an infant like 1 year old below, they provide bassinet during the flight. You just have to ask the flight attendants for that so that they can provide your. Minsan sila na mismo nag-offer. Because I also noticed that during our flight. So tip number 7, to call your banks, your credit cards, your phone provider, anything that you think you will use in the Philippines or international. You have to inform them about your trip, for how long, and which country or countries you'll be traveling to. This is to avoid fraud activities and to avoid declined transactions as well. So yun. To save the time and the hassle, you just have to let them know. It's so easy. I called them and they were good, especially phone provider. Kasi I made sure that if I'm gonna turn my roaming, kasi I activated my roaming in the Philippines, made sure that if I can use my roaming, and he said that yes, and with the data, how is it gonna be? So they said that LTE should be good, and I was actually concerned sa data kasi nga I edit or will be uploading videos and updating my social medias as well. And at the same time, making sure that I still have a connection or communication here sa US, lalo na with my job while I was on leave. So, when we were there, actually, it was good naman, LTE naman. But just to make sure, or just to be on the safe side, I asked my friend if she had a pocket Wi-Fi, and luckily, meron siya pocket Wi-Fi. Thank you so much for that, friend, Jennifer. So, yeah. I borrowed my friend's pocket Wi-Fi to make sure na pagdating doon, if in case yung data ko hindi mag-work or masyadong mahina, I can still have internet. When we arrived in Manila, all I did is I bought a SIM card for Globe kasi Globe yung pocket Wi-Fi niya. But I'm not promoting Globe. You can also avail other network as well. It just depends on you. Tip number 8, I highly recommend for you guys to do this. But if you don't, it's up to you. I'm not forcing you to do so. It's just a personal preference. Pero when I was there, I used remittance services. So remittance services, they actually have apps and they're both available on iOS and Android. So remittances that I've used for the past years are Zoom, Remitly, and 𝘬𝘬𝘭𝘏. Actually, before our trip, I called our banks and I asked how much would be the transaction fees and how does it work kung gagamitin ko yung credit cards ko or yung debit card ko doon sa Pilipinas. And they said that each transaction charges you a fee. So, I think it's around 3 to 5%. Depende sa bank nyo kung magkano yung charge nila per transaction. But if you're gonna sum it up all together, that's a waste of money. Sa mga fees lang yun na. It's really a lot of money. And a frugal person like me, it's a no-no. For me, it's more convenient to use remittance services kasi you will just use your debit card online or from the app and then you send it to yourself. And I tried it, guys. It worked and it's the best experience.
Mama.
I use my debit card or my checking account to transfer funds from my bank here in the States to the Philippines through the remittance services or any of those remittance services I've mentioned. And when I receive the money, it's already in cash. So I don't have to worry about exchanging the money into Philippine pesos or Philippine peso. Tip number 9 is to bring water bottles, not just for your baby or your kid or your toddler, but also for yourself and your hubby. This one, you need this during your trip. Kasi sobrang mahal ng mga bilihin sa airport, and having a water tumbler will save you money. You will save the environment as well from accumulating more plastic waste. And I think all airports have drinking fountains and they're safe to drink. Kasi when you go through the security check on during TSA check, it's also not allowed for adults passenger to bring any liquids. Any drinking liquids is a no-no for during the TSA check. But if you have a toddler, which I'll be talking about in a little bit after these tips, is okay. Okay lang magdala ng liquids if they're for your toddler, especially yung nagpo-formula pa. Yes, and breast milk are fine as well. And tip number 10 is to enjoy and create memories. That's the reason why you're traveling, right? To enjoy, unwind, relax, be in the moment. Create memories with your family and friends that you're traveling with. All the things that I've mentioned here in this video will be linked as well down below. Please make sure to check out the description box. My number 1 on the list would be the documents. So for documents, especially when you're traveling with a toddler, you have to make sure that one, you will have the passport or passports, because sometimes some babies are dual citizen. They're either American citizen and or Filipino citizen. So in our case, Mikhail is only US citizen for now. Maybe in the future we'll have her dual as well. But yes, we made sure that she has her passport, a photocopy and digital copy of her social security number or social security card. And I don't advise you guys to bring your social security card either your husband's, yours, or your baby or your toddler. I don't recommend that. Leave it in a safest place at your house or in a safety deposit box. So yes, it's a very important document na dapat walang makakita nun to avoid identity fraud. Then visa, if you're not traveling to Philippines, or if you are, yes, you would still need visa, especially if your child is not dual citizen. Kakailangan niyo ng visa if you'll be staying very long, like let's say a year or so. But I don't think there's any problem pag less than a year lang. If you are traveling with your child or children and hindi kasama si daddy or whoever is the US citizen sa inyong dalawa, then you must have the other parent's consent. Sure that it's okay with the other parent that you will take the child or the children with you on this trip. It's very important kasi minsan hinahanap din siya during immigration check. Yes. And by the way guys, I just wanna quickly add here that if you're Filipino and it's your first time, or even if it's not your first time going back to the Philippines, but either you're a green card holder or a combo card holder. Combo card is a combination card. We call it here in the States combo card kasi it's a combination of your advance parole and work permit. If you're either of those two, it's not true na kakailanganin ng baby nyo na maging dual citizen for her or him na sumama sa inyo in the Philippines na magbakasyon or whatever reason that you're going to the Philippines. And also the same thing with your husband or wife, whoever is your US citizen spouse. You just have to do is, kasi we have this thing called balikbayan privilege, is for those Filipinos na uuwi ng Pilipinas, pagkasama niya si US citizen spouse and US citizen child or children, can stay in the Philippines for as long as, if I'm not mistaken, for as long as a year. Basta kasama si Filipina or Filipino na magbakasyon pumunta ng US, and they don't have to secure a visa for each of them. Yes. So, like us, we stay there for 3 weeks. So, when we arrived to the immigration, during the immigration, pagdating namin sa Pilipinas, they just took our pictures, they just checked our passports, and they granted us entrance sa Philippines. And there was wala kaming binayaran. But during the flight, I must say, during the flight from Hong Kong to Manila, before we arrived in Manila Airport, I actually filled out an immigration form. If you're a Filipino, and si Habi and si Kylie, hindi na sila nag-fill out nun. Only for the Filipino citizens. So yes, walang babayaran. It was free. And that's good for a balikbayan privilege. And when we exit, nung umuwi din kami dito pabalik ng US, wala din akong binayaran na anong tawag nga doon? Travel tax? Ganun ba? Yes, I think it was called travel tax. I did not pay any taxes when we left Philippines, because they said that only Filipinos who stayed a year or longer sa Philippines ang nagbabayad ng travel tax. Your green card holder, or I think a dual citizen, pag na-naturalize na, yes, you don't have to pay tax. You just have to provide your green card. So you just have to go to the the tax desk, yung sa NAIA, sa Terminal 1. You just provide your green card, tapos bibigyan ka nila ng parang voucher or a slip that you're exempted for tax, and then you just have to bring it back to the check-in gate. This is based from our trip, so if you're a family traveling together. So for mommy and daddy, of course, passports. So with me, I brought with me my passport, my Philippine passport, kasi hindi pa naman ako US citizen. And also hubby brought with him his US passports, of course, US passport, of course, our driver's licenses, a copy of our marriage certificate. I have with us the photocopy and as well as the digital copy that is available on my phone, and my green card, or if you don't have a green card yet, your combo card, which I mentioned earlier is completion of your work permit and advance parole card. So that's the checklist for the documents. And if there's anything guys na I missed to mention, I'll just leave it down below in the description box. Or also if you want to add something, feel free to comment on the comment box. Since we were traveling with a toddler, so meron akong checklist na ginawa. When I checked TSA, it's actually okay to bring snacks, drinking liquids, basta you just have to declare to them that it's for the baby or your child. You check on their website, and also included in the description box, the TSA website. But from there, I actually found out that it's okay to bring formulas, breast milk, any liquids for the baby or your children, as long as you declare it na para yun sa kanila. Kasi if you're an adult passenger, it's really not allowed to bring any drinking liquids sa flight. Especially during the TSA. Papatapon talaga nila yung drink. Either you throw away the content inside it, or you will have to throw the whole thing. Kylie's baby backpack, or yung backpack na dala-dala niya, she has her toys, activity kit, milk, kasi yung milk ni Kylie is not fresh milk. I've been giving her Nido 1 Plus ever since she turned 1, and now she's 3. She's still using the same formula and bottle, which is a sippy cup. So this is the exact sippy cup that we brought with us during our flight. So as you can see, you just press the button here, press release button. Very easy, it's very convenient for baby, and at the same time very convenient din ito guys during the takeoff and landing ng eroplano, because kasi diba may pressure pag nagte-take off at nagla-landing. So minsan pumuputok hindi pumuputok, pero may air pressure sa tapos it can be very uncomfortable for the baby or for the kid. So yung kay Kylie, every time the plane takes off or magla-landing, I give her either water or her milk para mag-sip siya, para maiwasan yung uncomfiness during that time. But another alternative is to let them suck a lollipop or a candy or chew a gum. Depende na din sa inyo. Depende din sa age ni baby kung pwede na siyang mag-chew ng gum or whatever you prefer. And then snacks. And also as extra set of outfit or pajama. Kasi during the flight, what I did with my Kylie is, syempre yung outfit niya is yung pang airport niya. During our long haul flight from LA to Hong Kong, yun yung pinakamatagal, yung more than 10 hours na flight. I actually changed her into pajamas so that she would feel comfortable during the flight. Also give her a comfort as if that she was at home kasi naka-pajama lang siya. So I brought with her the toys. Actually, they're just small toys. And then activity kits. So I brought with us, I actually bought her the coloring books from Dollar Tree. So sobrang mura lang. It's just $1 every coloring book. And minsan may kasama na siyang crayons or color pens. Yes. So hindi mo actually kailangan na madami kasi ang ending during our trip, natulog lang si Kylie. Yes, natulog lang si Kylie. And dumadaan ng train. Okay, the train is gone. And mostly yung ginagawa niya pag hindi naman siya natutulog, nanonood siya ng movie sa plane kasi meron namang mga movies doon. And she actually enjoyed it. And during our flight, we actually flew with Hong Kong Airlines. Yes, we flew with Hong Kong Airlines. And for snacks, it was just like crackers, like cookies, ano pa ba? Also, I brought with her vitamins too. Yan yung hand carry ni Mikayla aside from her hand carry na suitcase. Another bag that we brought with us for hand carry ni Happy is the diaper bag. So, yung hand carry niya is the diaper bag. And in that diaper bag, we actually have her diapers, her wipes, more snacks, and juices. Yon, I forgot to include that one. We also brought some juices as well. Actually, guys, during the TSA, when we went through the TSA check or the security check, they actually took out the formula from the bag. Everything that is inside Mikayla's bag in the diaper bag, except the diapers and wipes, yun yung mga pagkain lang at saka mga formula and liquids for the baby or for your kid, pinapalabas nila. And they actually have this machine or something na chine-check nila yung tubig, yung juices, and yung formula. And I think to make sure na walang nakahalong ibang components doon. So yeah, and they actually explained it to us why they did that, and it was just for, you know, security check to make sure that there's nothing added on. And I just wanna add as well na it's not true actually na yung US citizen and yung ito na naman yung word na to eh. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Immigrants or immigrants? I think it's immigrants. Let's just say it's immigrants, the right way of saying it or pronouncing it. Say it's not true that US citizens and immigrants have to fall in separate lines during the TSA check. It's not true, guys. During our flight, same line lang kami. And traveling with a family is actually good kasi may katulong ka, may katuwang ka sa pag-aano ng mga bagahe, pag-haul ng mga bagahe. And there you have it, guys. Those are my 10 tips and my checklist for when you're traveling international with a toddler. If you're going to Philippines soon or if you're traveling, good luck. Have a safe flight. God bless and enjoy and create memories. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And I'll see you on my next one.